It's always interesting when we do national radio shows and then we get the response from people, and the response is getting better and better. But I got to tell you something, gang. As a person that's been in the world of personal growth and self-improvement for 37 years, my God, is my industry still tapping into a way to dumb us all down. And I mean this sincerely. It's absolutely sickening to still see it's going on, and my whole world has changed. I'm still Mr. Motivation. In 1990, Lifetime Television labeled me Mr. Motivation, and I still am that person, but I've really radically changed since then. And I really have seen the reality that our industry is just absolutely insane. I was on George Norrie's show, Coast to Coast is the name of it. Millions and millions of listeners. And I've been on George's show many, many times. And I got an email that turned into a phone call with one of his listeners. And he was so frustrated. He's followed the law of attraction for 8 or 10 years and The Secret. And he's done everything that these workshops say to do and these books say to do. And he called me up and he just said, David, thank you. Thank you for exposing the myth of positive thinking and all these ridiculous programs out there. He said, I was blaming myself for not having a better result regarding money and love and everything else. He said, I really expected that if I followed all the guru's advice, which I have religiously for 10 years, that my life would be incredible, just incredible. And he said, nothing's changed. And I said, I know. And so when you are reading books of people saying that you can take this course and learn how to earn $1 million a year, I just want to break that down and tell you something realistic. In order to earn $1 million a year, you have to make about $85,000 a month. And if you think a book or a workshop or a coach or anyone else can guarantee you that you're going to make $1 million a year, I'm going to tell you that you're barking up the wrong tree. About 400,000 Americans out of 300 million Americans make $1 million a year, okay? So you see what the odds are. You have to have something outrageously special to do that. Or what about this? I get an email from a law of attraction coach. Now, obviously, she just copied my email address from somewhere, and the title of it was very enticing. Struggling with losing weight? We have the answer. And it was this long sales page email that basically said, hey, listen, if you really want to lose weight, it has nothing to do with hard work. It has nothing to do with watching what you eat. It has to do with your mind. And if you follow the tips from the law of attraction, you will attract the perfect body. See, these two examples I gave you is the dumbing down of America. The world of personal growth, which I am a part of, has a tendency to want to tap into our weakest link. And that is instant gratification. Our desire to get a lot out of life with minimal effort. And so my whole purpose in life has been to start to expose the myth of all this nonsense. You can think your way to love and attract your way with a vision board and all these other kind of things, and I'm going to be on this stool for the longest period of time telling people, quit wasting your money, quit wasting your time, find someone who's realistic. Find someone who's asking you to do the work. If you were to earn $1 million or find your soulmate, or even though I don't believe in that whole thing of one soulmate, if you were to lose 100 pounds by doing nothing, we call that a miracle. Or by reciting certain affirmations, we call that a miracle. But that doesn't happen very often, and I surely wouldn't waste another $19.95 or $1,000 for a workshop or $40,000 for a year-long course. There was a guy that came to me a couple years ago that had just spent $45,000 on a course that said to him he can attract $1 million a year. It's like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. And the course was packed. Of course it was. Because those people are preying upon your greatest weakness. That is, they want to tap into your bank account so they can make money, but that it is not realistic. Even some of these workshops, these weekend workshops on self-improvement and personal growth, and you walk away on a Saturday night after all day and Friday and all day and Saturday, and you're calling people and you're saying, I'm sorry, I forgive you for this, and you're calling people and saying, I made a mistake, please forgive me. It's all nonsense because it doesn't work. In 3 days, you're going to radically change your belief system that you've held for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. God, that's called a miracle if it were to happen. But it doesn't happen. That's not what the reality is. And I really want the reality of success to be brought out there. I've struggled with major addictions, with bankruptcy, with divorce, two times divorce. And I can tell you that I've recovered gratefully from all those by hiring experts and working my ass off. I've made a lot of money, but it didn't come simply through tapping or emotional freedom technique, or it didn't come by visualizing myself on the beach with my beautiful home. And hell no. So let's get out of the dumbing down of America. Let's look back at the reality of how people before us became really successful. I'm going to keep going back to some people I talk about all the time. My mentor, Joe Cerulli, from homeless to multimillionaire. Evelyn Keeling lost 240 pounds to become a bodybuilder in her 50s. You know, like there's a woman, I won't mention her name, in Spain that we helped to get out of all kinds of addictions and to become this magnificent human being. And she worked her ass off for 2 years and took all of these programs. And at the end of the 2 years, she was a radically different person, but it took 2 years. Okay, listen, if I can help you at all, email me at the website above, davidessel.com. If you want daily inspiration, we've got a very realistic program with people from all over the world who have joined it. It's our David Essel's Daily Video Boost. It's an online exclusive video community. We email you a new video every day on the reality of success, on the myth of positive thinking. And that doesn't mean I'm not a positive thinker. I love positive thinking. But I know in reality that it's a small portion. It'll only account for about 20% of our success. So join our David Essel's Daily Video Boost. You're going to love it. Realistic, empowering, inspirational videos every day to your email box, okay? Listen, get out of the way of all the nonsense. When you start seeing posts up there saying that, you know, what you think about, you bring about, and the universe is conspiring to make you a millionaire, it's all a bunch of crap. And I'm a guy that's tried all that stuff. And I can tell you, I did it for years. For 20 years, I used to apply all of that kind of stuff that people are talking about. And in 1996, one of my greatest teachers, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the founder of Transcendental Nation, woke my ass up and said, "This is nonsense." I want this to be inspirational. You can have almost everything you want if you're willing to work your butt off. And I'd love to help you, okay? Have an awesome, awesome day, gang. I'll leave information below the video. Bye now.